July 16, 1943, 1428 local time. A ridge overlooking the dusty road to Agrigento, Sicily. Oberstleutnant Hannes Vogel, a hard-bitten veteran of the Hermann Göring Panzer Division, lowers his binoculars. His lips caked with Sicilian dust curl in a slight confident sneer. Below him he can see the Americans. They are clumsy. Their M3 half-tracks are clustered together, little green boxes waiting to be cracked open. Their infantry, men of the U.S. 1st Division, are advancing with a sloppiness that Vogel, a man who survived the brutal calculus of the Ostfront, finds almost offensive. His men are professionals. His Kampfgruppe is dug in perfectly. A heavy MG-42 nest is tucked into a dry riverbed, its field of fire covering the entire approach. Two 88mm guns, the 88, sit hull down, their long barrels pointed like accusing fingers. They are creating a perfect kill zone. Vogel knows the rhythm of this fight. He has conducted it 100 times in Russia and France. A distant hollow thump echoes from the hills. Then another. Artillery, Vogel says, not even turning to his radio operator. He checks his watch. They are finding the range. His Feldwebel sergeant, a man named Grobe, nods wisely. We have 2, maybe 3 minutes before the real barrage, Herr Oberstleutnant. This is the ritual. The Feuerwalze, the fire waltz. The enemy sends a few ranging shots. They fall short. They fall long. Then, once the gunners have their solution, the barrage begins, rolling methodically across the landscape. It is terrifying, yes, but it is predictable. It is a warning. It gives a trained Lancer just enough time to get his head down, to burrow into the hard earth, to brace for the storm. Vogel raises a hand. Let them waste their shells. When they are finished, the Amis will advance and our guns will speak. 5 kilometers away, First Lieutenant Jim Button Fallon of the 1st Infantry Division's artillery lies on his stomach. The heat is a physical weight. He is Button 5-2, a forward observer. He isn't looking at Vogel's command post. He is looking at his map at a grid square marked in grease pencil. He keys the handset of his heavy SCR 610 radio. Fire mission. Grid 479210. Kampfgruppe command post likely. 288s dug in. Requesting TOT over. The request filters back. Not to one gun. Not to one battery. It goes to the fire direction centers of 3 separate battalions, the 33rd, the 32nd, and the 7th Field Artillery. Miles apart, hidden under camouflage netting. These FDCs are the nerve centers. In a cramped M14 half-track, a young captain with a slide rule, a book of firing tables, and a pot of black coffee doesn't even sweat. This is not a matter of art, it is math. Pure, brutal, industrial mathematics. His battalion, the 33rd, is closest. Their M2A1 105mm howitzers will fire at a high arc, their shells taking 30 seconds to arrive. The 7th, with their long Tom 155mm guns, are much farther back. Their shells will fly faster on a flatter trajectory, taking 45 seconds to cover the distance. The FDC computes the delays. The commands go out over the wire and the radio. Battery A, fire mission. High angle. Charge 4, fire at 14:32:15. Battery C, fire mission. Charge 5, fire at 14:32. Battalion 7, target grid 479210. Time on target 14:33 mois, fire on my mark. Back on the ridge, Oberstleutnant Vogel frowns. It's been over 2 minutes. Silence. Feldwebel Grobe looks up from his trench, confused. Perhaps they are amateurs, sir. Like in Tunisia. They cannot find the range. Vogel raises his binoculars again. A flicker of irritation crossing. He never hears the shells. In the American rear, it's a cacophony of staggered thunder. Whump. Thump, thump. Whump. Guns firing out of sync, seemingly at random. For the Germans on the ridge, it is absolute silence, and then at 14:33 bar, the sky rips open. It is not a barrage. A barrage is a sequence. This is an event. 72 high-explosive shells, 48 105mm and 24 150mm, all fired from different locations, at different times, with different trajectories, converge on Vogel's 300-square-meter position at the exact same instant. The sound is not an explosion. It is a physical wall. A single cataclysmic crump that seems to stop time. The ground itself, the hard-packed Sicilian earth, leaps 6 feet into the air. The two 80mm guns weighing over 5,000 kilograms each are not hit. They are disassembled. They vanish. Vogel's command post, his radio operator, and Feldwebel Grobe are atomized. The MG-42 nest is simply gone. A Panzer Grenadier in a foxhole 500 meters away is slammed into the dirt by the overpressure alone. He climbs out, deafened, blood streaming from his nose and ears. He looks toward his commander's ridge. There is no ridge. There is only a smoking black crater. This was not the fire waltz. This was something else. Something cold. Something impersonal. This was the rain of steel.